Today I'm back with another mistakes, tips and tricks video for Valheim, so if you want to know how to transport metal and ore fast and easy, how you can avoid getting killed and what you can do with all your stored trophies, keep watching. Tip number 1 is the two worlds technique for transporting metal bars and ore. I guess we all know the struggle with getting ore back to the base or outpost, to smelt it to metal bars and forge it to weapons and tools. Since ore and metal can't be teleported, the only option is to transport them with a cart, a ship or simply in your inventory. This method is pretty time consuming and annoying, especially when you reach the swamp and you have to farm tons of iron. But there's a simple method to transport lots of ore and metal in one go. Just store as much of the ore as you need in chests close to the location you mine it, pack all of it or at least as much as possible into your inventory and log out of the server. Then create a new world or join another one of your worlds if you have multiple and unload everything into a chest or simply drop it. Then log out and log into your main world again. Go through a portal to your base and place yourself in front of the chest where you store your ore and metal. Then log out again and log into your second world. Grab all the stuff you have dropped moments ago and log out again. Then log into your main world and start smelting your ore. This might sound complicated or time consuming, but it isn't. It will take only about 2 minutes and you can transport as much ore and metal as you have slots in your inventory. It doesn't matter if you are encumbered cause you won't move. So this is pretty simple and helpful for transporting all kinds of non-teleportable resources. Another tip that uses the same idea is number 2. Use the two worlds technique to take a break from combat to heal up and regain stamina. When you are in combat and your health is getting lower and lower and your stamina bar is down to 0 already, but there's too many enemies surrounding you, simply log out of the world and log into your second world. There you won't have anyone attacking you and you can take your time to regenerate health and stamina and eat a bite. As an addition, you can build a simple shelter with a bed and a campfire in your second world so you can gain the rested buff as well, which will give you a health and stamina regeneration boost. When you're done, you simply log into your main world again and continue the fight. Just don't wait until the last second to use this technique, as you will need a short moment to log out. Tip number 3. Use the map as a to-do list or as a list for your portal tags. In my last tips video I was talking about the markers of the map already and that you should use them to mark portals, deposits and whatever else is important for you. But you can also simply use it to note the things you want to do next. Just place the round marker on the ocean for example or anywhere else where it's easy to find. This way you can also make a list of all your available portal tags so you don't have to place a wooden tag in your portal hub or search for the tags on your map. Tip number 4 is for the Wishbone. The Wishbone is a gadget you receive after killing Bone Mask, the boss of the swamp, and that will help you to find silver veins up in the mountains. But it will not only show you the location of silver, it also detects iron in the swamp and treasures in the meadows. It might not be much, but there's a bit of iron hidden outside of the crypts in the swamp and you can only find it with the Wishbone, and without spoiling too much for you, you will need a lot of iron in this game. So keep that tip in mind and take the Wishbone with you next time you go into the swamp. In the meadows, there's only some treasure chests that you can find, mostly close to stone circles. The chests contain different stuff like ember, coins or arrows, so if you're looking for a little change in your Viking life, try this as well. The use of the Wishbone is always the same. Equip it like your armor and if it sends out these green lines, there's something close to you. Keep looking until it pulsates really fast and start digging. The next tip is for the swamp, as you can get many helpful resources over there. And one of them are Surtling cores. They are mostly needed to build portals, and the more outposts you have with portals nearby, the more cores you will need. The easiest way to get them is with a Surtling Trap. Surtlings spawn at these locations where the huge flame is coming up from the ground. So when you found one of them, just dig around it with your pickaxe until the whole area around the spawn is flooded. Surtlings are vulnerable to water, so once they spawn they will die immediately and drop coal and Surtling cores. You only have to check this trap every once in a while and collect the resources. If you should have too many of them after a while, just burn them, literally. Throw the cores into a bonfire and you will have a wonderful firework, the perfect relief from the everyday Viking life. Tip number 6. Build defenses around your base with stone using the hoe. This is especially helpful since the costs for raising the ground have been reduced. The advantage is that it can't be destroyed easily by grey dwarfs, trolls and all the other creatures that will come and visit you. In addition, you can use the pickaxe to dig a trench and then use the stones you got from the trench to build a stone wall with the hoe. Both is possible in early game already. You have access to the hoe right from the beginning and can craft the pickaxe after defeating the first boss. Just place yourself wherever you want to start and raise a pillar. Then move forward by raising the ground to the same level step by step. The hoe in general is a really strong tool in Valheim and you shouldn't leave it at home, especially when you are going to the swamp. Cause with the hoe you can level an easy path through the swamp that will help you to move faster or even transport ore with the cart. Tip number 7 is for the raft and ship. If you want to stop your ship immediately, just jump out of it. Even if you are sailing on full speed, once you jump out, the boat or raft stops. That's not only a well-conceived mechanic, cause when you accidentally jump out of the boat in the middle of the ocean, it won't sail away on its own. But it's also helpful to stop at the shoreline or a port. Just don't forget to tell your mates about it, cause it only works when everyone's leaving the boat. Otherwise, you will jump out and they still crash into the port. Tip number 8 is probably the most important one and something you should never forget when playing Valheim. Don't forget to have fun. It's a hard time for all of us at the moment, with the pandemic still here and the measures and lockdowns and everything. And this game gives you so many opportunities to explore, relax, build, craft, experiment, or simply test the laws of physics and have fun with friends that you can't meet at the moment. Try to slingshot one of your mates with a harpoon. Build a boat slide or a portal slide. Breed a wolf army and take them to the bosses, or find a good use for the many trophies you have stored in chests. Be creative, have fun and enjoy your time in Valheim. And if you didn't know how to mount trophies, just use the item holder you can craft with wood and bronze nails. And as an additional advice, if you can't find a specific biome, location, resource, runestone, boss altar or whatever else, take a look at valheim-world.map. Over there you can enter your world seed and you will receive a fully uncovered map of your world and can then choose what should be shown on the map. And that's it for today. I hope you enjoyed the video, and if you did, be sure to drop a like and subscribe to the channel to stay tuned. Until then, thanks for watching. I am the Catwoman and you are awesome.